Are we good? We might be good. We might not be good. I don't know. This thing just kind of like short-circuited on me. So let's see if we're good over. Oh, perfect. We're good. What up, everybody? Good morning. How we doing? All right. So we got a lot to cover this morning in terms of data. And what happened with what we're seeing out of the market right now. I don't necessarily see the data and the reaction that we're like the data matching with the reaction. It doesn't match. The PCE data, personal consumption expenditure there, that's the Fed's preferred metric of inflation. And it had a pretty significant decrease. Now, the other thing that we also saw as well is that European CPI was a lot lower than expected. Now, when you combine all of these things together, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Make sure you guys are tapping that like button on the way in. Let's do this morning. So, with the data that we've seen so far, we can actually pull up exactly what it was, what the estimates were and everything like that. Core PCE, what was it? I don't think it's saying. It's not saying the actual, but I think this was estimated at 0.2. It either came in at 0.2 or 0.1. Year over year was a little bit lower as well than the expectations that we were seeing on PCE. So, when I look at this data and we see it trending in the downward direction, like a lot of people are going to see the data, and I've seen this on Twitter, and it's like from like the news accounts that it's like, yeah, PC is going down, but it's not at the Fed's 2% target. Well, obviously it's not at the 2% target. And this is a thing that I've thought of over kind of the last week or so. I think that overall monetary policy and how it's implemented going forward is going to be drastically different than what it's been like for the last 10 or 15 years. My mic is very loud. Hello. Man, I can turn it down a little bit. How about that? Is that better? We'll do that. All right. So when you think about just what the data's showing and what we've done over the last 3 years here, what I think is about to happen, and this is kind of an expansion of what we're talking about here. Again, you can't really trade, and like you can't use macroeconomic data to try to day trade. Like, that's insane. I would not do that. So I'm really just going to be waiting around to see. I already got a really solid trade, as you guys all saw on TikTok and Instagram yesterday, which you guys at this point all should be following me over there. That's where I'm active the most. JP Morgan said a few years ago that they're looking at the target rate as an average, not an exact point to maintain. Well, if in order for it to be an average, Daniel Mitch, then you have to get it lower than that, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. The reason is that if they push it too hard, you're going to see commercial real estate start to have issues. We already talked about commercial real estate. But if they push it too hard, then it actually could become a significant issue. Right now, it's not. But here's kind of my thesis on what I think is about to happen. They're going to have a lot shorter cycles of hiking and cutting to basically stair-step ourselves down. So it'll be like a downtrend almost. So we're going to have a high of inflation, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So in order to slowly work things down, because you can't just drop it and flatline it like an L shape. That's not going to happen. And it's not healthy for the overall economy and markets for that to happen. So right now, the expectation is that they start rate cuts in May. Now, that's lining up with exactly what we've been talking about with TLT over the last 2 years, basically. That's what we're looking at. You've tried using macro data for day trading. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not work. The only times that I will use macro for trades is with leaps. And I'll trade things like UVXY, TLT, NASDAQ, things like that. Like, you're not going to, like, if you try to trade macroeconomic data and then trade something like Tesla, it's like, I don't even know of an analogy for that. It's like trying to win an F1 race in a 1999 Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic. It's like, all right, well, you're not going to win. Like that's the best analogy that I could come to from that one. Other thing I'm looking at today, Upwork. This is starting to get a little interesting here. I just kind of drew this for me to have a line here. This stop and this not. This is not really anything, but that's kind of what I'm looking at on this one. Mara, I sold a little bit of it yesterday at like 70-something%, which is decent. Just kind of scale out of that position. One of the reasons was we started to see the market start to get a little bit of aggressive selling, And with meme stocks popping and UVXY and the VIX being at yearly lows, I wanted to take a little bit of a risk off the table and get a little bit of a midterm hedge just for the options portfolio. But I think my options account this week is up like 15% just off the swings. It's been nasty. It's been absolutely nasty. Welcome, everybody. Let's see who else is in here today. We got Daniel, Mitch, Logan, Gerald, Jeremy, Rycack, 64, Mike, Pepe, Doug. What's up, everybody? Anybody? I know there's a lot more of you lurkers in here. I know you're lurking. And I know some of you guys that are lurking hate me with a passion. Thank you for coming in and viewing the stream. I appreciate it. I also caved all you youngins on TikTok. Dude, the deal was ridiculous with these like energy drinks. The first order I got them for, what do you call it? The first. Hold on 1 sec. Hold on. All right. Sorry. I got distracted. You're lurking, and I love you. I love you too, man. I love you too. Good morning, team. We're back. We are back. Remember, guys, I made the announcement yesterday about the video course that I have coming out for you guys, and then everybody that's taking advantage of the free resources that I've been providing you guys, the free ebook and the newsletter, you guys are all going to get sent a 50% off discount code this weekend on Sunday. So that's going to come out at noon. For those of you guys that aren't on there yet, you have until basically Sunday before noon to hop on the newsletter, download the ebook, go through it, and hop in the newsletter as well. Now, the difference, we're making a slight change to the newsletter this weekend. Instead of it being a write-up, I'm going to do it in like a video live stream form, so we can have some back and forth, go through some of these questions that you guys have about the things that we cover. And I think that's a little bit of a better format for everybody, because I know you guys don't want to sit there and read 12 pages of me writing all the time. What's up, DC? How you doing, buddy? All right, guys, let's do it. Hold on. Let's see here. What's ES doing? I don't agree. I don't understand. And this is the thing. When you see data that's, to me, is pointing towards giving Powell the ability to be a lot more dovish, and then you see price action like this, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It could just be that we're looking at this, let's say on the daily, and it's just wildly overcooked, and like the market kind of expects this to happen. So it's not going to get that overly positive reaction that people think it would, which is kind of what I think is happening here. That could be the logical explanation for this. But again, any other tickers that you guys are looking for, call them out. You guys know how I look at them. Again, that's probably the best way for you guys to easily hunt for those swings. I don't think I've missed one recently. I mean, I called out, we were talking about a firm for 2 weeks on the newsletter, and that thing was up 30% since we talked about it. The 600% PayPal, the Maras did well. There's been a lot of opportunity here. Will you announce the time for the stream for Sunday? Yeah, the stream is going to be at 2. The email is going to go out at noon. So you're going to have 2 hours between when the email is sent out and then when the live stream happens. I think that's enough time for everybody to check their emails and do everything. Yeah, it's gonna be at 2. So we're basically gonna I'm gonna do the whole basically write up again, but it's gonna be shorter. I'm gonna just have bullet points, and we're gonna go through it with all the charts, with all the economic data that we have to look out for, and explain things a little bit better. And we'll actually be able to have a little bit of back and forth. Let's see. Lurker who loves you with a passion, as smart as you are. Wish you would have chosen medicine to finally cure cancer, but I guess teaching millions to have wealth will have to do. So, fun fact, I was going to be a doctor. Where do you sign up for the emails? So, Great Babe, it's the link at the top of the live chat. It's the URL is just shortthevix.info. So you guys distract me. I just go all over the place here. But yeah, so it's the same link. Once you input your name and email, You get the ebook, and then you also are added to the newsletter all in one fell swoop. But Winmore, thank you. I appreciate that. Fun fact, I actually wanted to be a doctor for a little while. I wanted to do orthopedics, operate on hands. Then I realized that my brain is so terrible at chemistry that it wasn't gonna fly. It wasn't gonna work. So then I just kind of went with what I was just naturally nasty at, which is finance. So I've been doing this since I was like 14, really. Which a lot of you guys know, but some of you guys don't. But let's see here. Yeah, keep smacking that like on the way in. We'll be live. I think we're going to start going live every day. I mean, it's going to be a weird schedule going into the end of the year because, well, there's holidays and there's literally 0% probability that I'm going to bring my setup to Florida again. Not doing that. That's insanity. See, I almost wish this moved up a little bit more because with the ebook strategy, you'd have something like this. It just doesn't qualify. There's not enough points of risk. Yeah, there's not enough points of risk here to touch anything. So, can't do that. You got kicked out of med school because you tried stealing ankles? No. Yeah, but I like shadowed people in doctor's offices, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And, oh, I also used to work in a hospital. I've done a lot of weird things. Says you're already subscribed. Oh, then you're good, Great Babe. Then you're good. If not, if you haven't been getting the emails, check your spam. It's coming from shortthevix.info@gmail.com. If that doesn't work, shoot me a message somewhere. I can take your email off, and then you can use a new one. Go for it. What's good to do in Miami? Def checking out the Brickle shops. I don't really know. I fly into Miami, but I don't go there. Ever. I like them there for 30 minutes and then I leave. I don't know. Here's what I was also thinking about doing too. Actually, I can't explain that. Sorry. I got a lot of stuff going on now. Like, a lot of stuff. You're not even going to do a holiday stream? Like, trading fraternity? Josh even had a Thanksgiving stream with a turkey? I bet he did. Love Josh. Josh is a great guy. That dude has just a way with macro. Well, we've nailed TLT so far from the low 80s, which is great. We were buying at the lows. That was awesome. We'll see what happens with this. I think this is going to be a great one. Let's see. I don't see really anything else really to look out for today. I mean, we went through some of the tickers. And then just for day trades, I mean, I don't really need to do anything else today. We had that really good trade yesterday. You guys all saw it on Instagram and TikTok. That was a big one. A big one. It could have been a lot bigger if I didn't have to, like, what do you call it? Go do other things all day. You know? Does signing up down in the ebook get you on the email list? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Just read the stuff on the site, guys. You just read it. It's like you get added to the newsletter and you also get the ebook all at one time. So, and then here's the other thing. I know some of you guys had trouble getting the email, which to me doesn't make sense because I see the data and like 99% of the emails are being delivered. So if you don't see them, check your spam. If you do really want the discount code and you just can't find the email, shoot me a message after Sunday, like at noon when I send it out if you can't find it, on either Instagram or Twitter. And I'll send you the discount code and the link to the stream that we're going to do. And we'll be all good to go. All right, let's see. We got about 16 minutes left to go until market open. I don't really see all that much else that I want to do today. I really don't. What's UVXY doing in the pre-market? Down. That's fine. That's fine. I like the volume spike in here a little bit at the lows, but that's not anything crazy. This is just a hedge. If you look at this on the... This is just wildly at yearly lows here. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Upwork's the only thing that has my attention here today, above 1450, but I don't know if I'm going to take it. Because if it opens right there, you're going to have like 20 cents of risk. And like if it opened here and then popped, you're going to have no wiggle room on that thing. So maybe I could put the stop down here. I don't know. We'd have to look. The stop here, this whole thing is irrelevant right now. I'll just leave it like that because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter until the market opens and I take an entry. Which I don't know if I'm going to do. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm fine with TLT just hanging out above 92. That's fine with me. I mean, it came up. I think it filled the gap. The daily gap. Yep, right here. Bing. Or no, 92.79 is that area here that it's got to get up to. Selling there. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. How have you guys been, though? You guys been having fun? You guys killing it with Titan still? I bet you are. That thing is nasty. Titan is just filthy, guys. And again, if you guys wouldn't mind, again, as you're filtering in, tapping that like button, help spread these streams, letting people know that we're back live. I think I'll have a, I didn't post the video that I posted on Instagram and TikTok yesterday as a YouTube short, because then I had to, like, I have to re-edit them to make them under a minute to put them on YouTube, which I did not have time to do yesterday. If I told you guys what I've been doing, you'd be like, that makes sense, but also, whoa. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. Alright. Is there anything on Twitter that we need to look out for? Also, Elon yesterday. That was awesome. More tightening may be needed if inflation persists. William, what are you talking about? Fed is at or near peak for interest rate target. Oh, God. Oh, my God. All right. Listen to this right here. Ready? This is nonsense. Fed Williams. Fed is at or near the peak for interest rate target. If inflation pressures persist, the Fed could have to hike again. Yeah, obviously, if the inflation numbers stop decreasing, obviously you're going to hike again, but you're not going to, because the lag effects of rate hikes are still going to have an effect on everything, and it's going to drive prices down unless oil starts going absolutely nuts, energy starts going absolutely nuts, because of some crazy war going on at some point in the world, which could easily start to happen if they start involving oil going on over there in the war in the Middle East. That's really it. But you, like, what? It's almost like these Fed speakers don't have an understanding of, like, rates. Because if you raise rates that aggressively, that quickly, that statement that Fed Williams just said is implying that the effects of an interest rate increase are short-lived and happen quickly, which they do not. They take many months to have a full effect. I think the actual average is about 6 months for an interest rate increase to have a full effect. But when you do it, it just keeps pushing out the date. But when you do all these jumbo rate hikes, and then, I don't know, man. They just frustrate me sometimes with what they say. Like, they really do. When they start talking nonsense with, like, oh, yeah, if the inflation pressures persist, we're going to raise again. Obviously. But you're not talking about the likelihood of that outcome occurring. Just RSI thigh gap and the BJ key levels. Nice, Logan. There you go. They don't watch your stream, so how would they know? They should watch my stream. They should watch. I mean, I wouldn't want their job, though. Because that's, like, high risk, low reward. Because everybody's going to dislike them anyway. The repo stuff is interesting, too. Wreck-It Ralph and I have been talking about that. I looked at it a little bit. The reverse repo stuff is interesting to me here. It's not like there's an issue with it. It's just something to look out for. What they could do... There's like a interesting problem with, like, what's happening, and you could start to see this with, I don't think Biden's going to be, who knows, but I don't think that the current administration, with all the members of it right now, are going to be there long enough to do this. But if any, like, when the new elections start to happen, if you start to see, and this is kind of what I'm saying here, is like, if some of the policy that you hear about from anybody, whether it's a Democratic candidate, whether it's a Republican candidate, an independent candidate, it doesn't matter. If they all start to talk about increasing the maximum amount of treasuries that banks can purchase, here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to funnel more money from banking institutions into the longer duration treasuries because they cap it. They can't buy more at some point. What happens when they can't buy more treasuries, guys? Well, then they're stuck with cash. What do they do with cash? Well, they need to do something with it because they need to make a certain rate of return. So what happens? Well, they use the reverse repo market. So they give the Fed cash, they take the overnight treasuries, and then they give the treasuries back and take the cash back for a little bit of profit the very next day. It's a way around these maximum requirements or maximum, like the cap of how many treasuries or the dollar amount or percentage of treasuries that these banks can buy. But that process, wait, hold on. That I might have said that incorrectly. Wouldn't that add more cash in? Wouldn't that then be inflationary? Hold on, I'm just trying to think about this here. I feel like that would be inflationary because then they're collecting more money and then they have cash. All right, I gotta look at that more. Because if they're buying the treasuries overnight and then collecting a little bit of money on top of it, then it has to be the other way somehow. It has to be that they're paying the Fed somehow to do this. Because they have to suck money out of the system, unless it's not. And maybe that's why it's an issue. All right, I got to look at that a little bit more. Yeah, I got to look at that more. They have to lend it out, but they use a reverse repo. They don't have to lend it out. No. They're always going to lend. It's just respect. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, hold on. Maybe I got to look at that a little bit more because I read it and I was like, that makes sense. Come on, kid. You got this. This ain't orthopedic chemistry. No, it's just like the way that it works is that they have too much cash and then they can't buy more. So then more treasuries. So then they buy treasuries like from the Fed, but they're quick overnight ones, but they're making a little rate of return, which then ends up being inflationary and adding more cash in. I think that's how it would work. Wayne, what's up, buddy? The money's supposed to... Where's Ralph? I need Ralph in here because I'm probably just like, it's too early. I mean, I already went to the gym and I'm energy drinked. I like have the energy drink ready to go. Like it's already almost gone. I should be firing on all cylinders here, but the math is not mathing on that one. I've seen a lot of things recently where the math just doesn't math from like really smart people, and I'm like, how is this something that you're presenting to me right now? No, I know it has to do with the reserve requirements, but they might decrease the capital, like the reserve requirements, and allow them to buy more treasuries. You don't trust math in general? I trust math usually if the math makes sense. DM, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Remember, everybody, we got the free ebook and the free video newsletter at the top of the live chat there. If you guys haven't hopped into there yet, make sure you do. This is the most important week to do so because that full-length video course is dropping on Sunday, and all of you guys on there get sent a 50% off discount code for taking advantage of all the free resources that I provided you. So again, I can probably just like post it down here, you know, like this. Boom, 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 boom. There you guys go. Shortthevix.info. There you go. Slother. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, we got 6 minutes to go until the ding ding here. For those of you guys filtering in, this is not actually the stop. The stop on this setup here is actually very irrelevant. I just left it here so that you guys don't think anything. I'd rather you guys think that I'm being completely silly than to think that if I arbitrarily put something here that it means something. So this is what I'm looking for, but the stop is irrelevant right now because the trade hasn't started to play out. What's TLT's down, what, 58 cents? That's nothing. Yeah, we got a lot of awesome stuff coming for you guys over the next few months. Get ready. We're back streaming in the morning. You guys get an hour a day, except when I decide not to because I don't like streaming. I hate it. I do this for you guys. They reduced the requirements in 2001. I think so the banks had to hold less percentage so they can lend more. Right. But they just use reverse repos instead. Well, it depends on what's the higher rate of return with the risk. They wouldn't then use reverse repos because you didn't see reverse repos pick up, I think, until like 2021. So I think they were using repos. So they were selling treasuries to the Fed for cash. It's weird. I gotta look at it. It's almost like this is melting my brain in the way that sometimes like foreign exchange does when you're moving it from like one to the other to the other to the other to the other, and it's just like I need to like write it down. I just can't do it in my head. Yeah, I gotta look at that more because there is something happening with it. It's not like you can't trade based off of it, but it is something to look out for. Just things moving in the market. If Ralph shows up, we'll talk to Ralph about it. You miss me? I miss you too, Wayne. Wayne, hopefully you're making better decisions. The strategy. Here's the thing. This is interesting. You guys all know Wayne. You guys know all the back and forth that we've had with Wayne. Wayne is one of the people that I had in mind while building this strategy. People like Wayne, where it's sometimes difficult, and it's nothing against you, Wayne. It's just this is how some people are. That it's difficult sometimes to manage your emotions and risk in the market. Now, how do you get around that? Well, you craft a strategy that's bulletproofed against those. So you build the strategy under the idea to make sure that those types of mistakes can't happen. You'll text him? No, I could message him. I just don't want to bother. He's listening to something else right now. He's listening to a Twitter space, I think. Maybe I should do more Twitter spaces. Those would be fun. Never mind. Nope. ES coming down, man. Interesting. Mara down a little bit here. Upwork. 1445. This one could get a little interesting. Bring the smoke. I got you, Wayne. So, Wayne, you specifically need to download the free ebook in the newsletter. The ebook's going to help him. Hork, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Okay. Yeah, Wayne, if you decide to use that 50% off code, you need to understand the ebook stuff first, and then you'll be good to go. All right, ES, what are you doing here? 2 minutes to go until the ding ding. I mean, what we could see today is a sell through to these lower BJ key levels over here. The Bjorgum key levels. Let's see. Trying to live it up? There you go. You couldn't figure that out either. Well, Wayne, that's all right. The video series is going to help you a whole lot. Ralph is here. Thank you. Ralph. All right. So here's well, I was just talking about repos, and then I had a little bit of a brain spasm. So here's the thing. The whole point and the reason why, think about this thought process. The whole point and why reverse repos are necessary is because there's too much cash in the system. So what happens? Well, they hit their max on how many treasuries that they can buy. So what do? Well, they utilize the reverse repo market and they park that cash in those overnight agreements, basically, and then they make a tiny little bit of a rate of return. But wouldn't the act of buying those overnight bills from the Fed add to the cash that they have? Or am I just flipping it? Because they're hitting their cap. There's too much cash in the system. So the whole point of it, wouldn't it be to withdraw cash from the system? Because if it's the way that I just outlined it, it would then add more cash to the system somehow. It's draining it from the Fed. It's giving it to the banks. All right, ding, ding, ding. The market's open here. Let's see what we get today. Cash is better for banks to hold cash overnight. Market dries up. They need to dump cash to the balances. Right. They don't want to hold cash. They want it to be invested. Correct. But what I'm saying is when they do that and they make their tiny rate of return, aren't they just adding fuel to the fire and giving themselves more cash? Right? So like think about it like this. If I have too much cash and I need to park it somewhere and I want to make a rate of return on it because that's what banks want to do, and they're past their cap of buying actual treasuries, they give it to the Fed, they take a really short-term treasury, they make a tiny little percentage, but then they then end up with more cash. Right? Yeah, it is a liability on the balance sheet. So what I'm saying is, are they ending up with more cash or not? Is kind of the question here. I can go research it, but that's because like the first part, got it. That makes a whole lot of sense. I'm just working through the thought process of repo, like why it's potentially important. All right, Upwork. Let's see what we get here. This is the daily on it. Where's Telly? Chase closed one of your mom's large savings accounts. They wanted to put it in a money market to close the account. Yeah, the money markets are just going into a lot of treasuries too. Because I know, Ralph, you've been looking at that at the RRP. See, there it is. Watch this. Ready? 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 Ding. Boom. Look at that. I mean, I don't know if it's going to play out. This trade doesn't qualify for what I would want to take. And you guys will see in the backtesting portion that I don't enter any trades within like the first 15 minutes of the market anyway. But bing, up. Thank you very much. It would need to hit that blue line, which is like right around here in order for that to hit take profit. But let's see. All right, Upwork screwing around. Telly doing nothing. They can't move the cash as readily overnight. I gotta look at this. I gotta look at that. Because there's just not enough room. You don't have enough wiggle room. You could get caught in a wild wick. And that's why it's 2 points. I'll tell you guys in the video series as well what it is on NQ as well. I did a little testing on NQ. So for those of you guys that trade NQ, strategy works on NQ, Forex, everything. You just have to use different points or pips of risk. Tesla dump, as we discussed pre-market. Yeah. I mean, I'm more focused on the swings and stuff. Like, day trading the options on stuff just doesn't, to me, doesn't make sense when we could just trade the futures. That's just me. I mean, you guys all do what you got to do. Ooh, we're at 52 likes. Are we going to get over 100 likes today on the stream? That would be pretty epic. That would be pretty epic. I don't see much here. The only thing that I would look to be interested in is if we had a very, very significant sell-off here, or like sell-off, play the retest. I mean, maybe we do a little something like this, but I don't like this mainly because the risk here is a boatload, and you guys will see this too. See, and that's why you don't play around with those without the amount of risk that you want. So with this here, let's just set this up to just give you guys a little bit of an understanding. The risk here to this is like 3.5 points, which is not that bad. The trade that I took yesterday that you guys saw was about 3.75 points. But with this type of price action here, it would only really make sense for me to take this if there was a BJ key level right in here. But you guys will have a lot more information on that later, which is why my win rate with this strategy is slightly higher than it normally would be. Then it does seem like they end up with more, and then they would have to do the process again. That's what I'm saying, Logan. That's exactly what I'm saying, where it's like, it's almost like what we were talking about a couple days ago, where we say the spending or the debt is financed by the spending itself, where it doesn't really make sense, but then it does. Like, if you think about it logically, where the money goes and everything like that, then it makes sense how the debt is financed by the spending itself, which is, it's probably a similar logical thought process with the reverse repo. I just haven't looked at it like that yet. So, let's see. Mara, nothing. Upwork, nothing. TLT, nothing. So, Could be a very, very, very slow morning here for me, which is fine. So what I'd look for is this. Selling down to... Tyler, I know we've been talking about this, so it'd probably be... That would be where we need to see price go at a minimum for me to get interested in a trade. Ideally, I'd like it like this, but I don't think we're going to get that. Because there's that BJ key level here. Let's see. But again, I don't trade every day. When I trade a maximum for day trades twice a day. Is there a new strategy? Yeah, Christopher, I've been trading this for a while, and it's nasty. So, again, you guys want to learn about it, you got the free ebook and the video newsletter up at the top, and then we have that full-length video course coming out on Sunday. And then, so yeah, all of you guys are going to get sent a 50% discount code to that as well as a reward for taking advantage of the free resources. Like, it's not, like, a lot of people are just going to be like, especially on, like, Instagram. That's usually where I hang out most now, guys, Instagram and TikTok. And you see these people, they're just like, oh, $2,000 for this. And it's like, you're talking about bear flags, bull flags. Like, you're not helping anybody. Am I trading today? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta wait for a setup to come. The guy's facial expression when Elon said GFY was priceless. Yeah, Sorkin. He wrote billions. I believe he wrote billions. Great show. So, Tyler, what I just mapped out, price coming down into here and then potentially coming up and retesting and then selling off again, that's what I would look for. Other than that, nothing. Unless Upwork starts to get a little spicy above 1450. I like this consolidation, though. Even if this consolidates for a few days in here and then pops, that's fine. But what I'm looking at now, let's check out UVXY and see how this thing is doing. Red by 1.37% here. I'm probably red on that here, just because of the swings, but I'm overall up like 15% on the week, so that's fine. Yeah, down a little bit here, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Yeah, so I'm up like 12% on the week here. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Christopher, no. Maris Allen, happy I got out of most of that yesterday. You were just asking because you didn't know if you were going to sit out because of the data. No, Tyler, the only instances where I'll sit out with data is that if the candle went like this. Oops, that's wrong. If the candle went like something like this. Like, where's the 830 candle? Right here. If it did this, or knife directly down, I would be not trading. All right, so we're moving down here. That's not bad. It would need to get right down in here. 9 points lower, then retest in here, and then bink. That's what I would look for. But yeah, let me, yeah, so the free ebook in the video newsletter. Right here, team. Right here. There you guys go. Don't miss it, because that 50% off coupon code is only going to get sent out, like, once. Maybe I'll send it out one more time for the people that filter in after, but it's only, that coupon code's only going to get sent out once. So if you guys want it, get in there. And if you, what do you call it? If you miss it somehow, shoot me a message and then what the email is so I can confirm that you're actually on there, not gaming the system, and then I'll just send it to you. Yeah, everything's selling here. UVXY coming down, but this thing could easily pop back up into the green here if oil news. OPEC agrees on 1 million barrels per day of extra supply cuts. What were we talking about earlier with energy? If they start screwing around with energy there, guys. Uh-oh. What time's data? It already came out. I mean, and then the other thing is, too, is that if this goes... So this is going to be the range. Let's map it out. So it's here. No, where is it? It's here. This is the range. 2. What's 5? I can't do math. I can't do math. I can't do math. That's not mathing. This is not mathing. 2. That's also not mathing. Sorry. It's that's a big range. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need any of this anymore. That's a big range. The Exxon entry, I didn't see. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. All right, how's this look on the daily? Yeah, I mean that's just not for me. But I mean I don't hate it. I mean I know what you're doing, but especially if it's Leafs. I wouldn't be able to make an educated what do you call it, thesis on this without looking more into what's been happening with oil, because I haven't been focused on it. Yeah, Mara chilling here. Those are still probably pretty green on what I have left. I don't have much left there. Yeah, those are still up 40%. Those are sitting there chilling. My UVXY, they're flickering, but I got a pretty nasty entry yesterday on it. My TLT should be up a lot more, but they're not, which is a bit annoying. All right, guys. Oh, you just lost the 50% like threshold there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, everybody. All right, TLT sharking a little here. UVXY pulling up. That's exactly what we want to see. I want to see, here's the thing that I'm not, you haven't seen the divergence between TLT and ES, SPY, SPX really start to happen yet. You're seeing selling in the overall market here, but you're not seeing a direct rotation into bonds, which is weird with yields where they are. Yesterday we saw it. This is when the market was knifing, and we just saw TLT just go tick, 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 tick. David, put your eyes on it. The Gush and yeah, Gush is an interesting one. I just don't like triple levered, so I'd go shares if I was touching it. Here comes UVXY. All right, ES is getting down to a couple of those levels that are interesting, so we'll see what happens with this. Yeah, I'd look to get short today, and it's gonna be in here, I think. Right off. Oh, this was similar to yesterday's low. Was it? Oh, that was this. I think that was the stop out from yesterday. Yeah, it was. This was the stop out from yesterday. Because I was long in here, and then it looked decent, and then stopped me out, and then I took it off of, I think, this. Yeah, this I was long off of right in here, and then I sold it, like, on that candle. But you guys have the video on TikTok and Instagram. You guys saw that yesterday. All right, team. Mara selling, UVXY getting a little spicy here. I like this. I like the UVXY. Just as a nice little hedge. Those are up 4% or something. I could ditch the rest of the Maras, but I'm not going to. Just cause. I still like it, especially where it is on the charts. I mean, that's a nice breakout here. Like, what were we able to capture on this one? 17% on Mara, guys. Like, come on now. That's crazy. That's pretty great there. So, where is it? Here? Right there. Boom. Done. All right. So, we haven't quite gotten down to where I would look for anything yet. Just because, look, the points aren't there. It needs to be right there. Right here. No, right there. Right into that zone there. So until I see it trade into this zone, if it chops around in here all day, I'm getting nothing, which is fine. I don't care. Like, you guys will see in the back test, sometimes it's like 8 trades per month. But if you see the gains on what those 8 trades are able to give you with, like, winning 2 of them, you're crushing it. And that would just be one account. Like, it's crazy, guys. So I'm excited for you guys to finally see this. We've been talking about it for a few months, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm like out of the energy drink now, which kind of stinks. Oh, we just got Chicago PMI. 55.8 versus 40. Whoa, what's going on there? Any trade so far? Nah, I got nothing. I don't like anything here. Not yet. I'd be looking for shorts up in here after it trades down into here. Ralph, you see those PMI numbers, dude? Look at the previous and what the estimate was. That's a giant jump. They dropped the ball on that. The estimate was 46, and it came out as 55.8. That's a massive difference. What kind of energy drink? This is funny. So, I don't know if you guys saw this, but, like, Rise was just having, like, these insane deals on energy drinks on TikTok with, like, the TikTok shop. So, after seeing the videos forever, I was like, you know what? I spend, like, $4 on energy drinks every single day. Why don't I just get a bunch of them for like $1 each or something? Like, might as well. And test out some flavors. What time frame? 15 minute. Cooked books, that's all. Or they're just dropping the ball there. Big time. All right. Is UVXY peaking? A little bit. Trying to go green there. Mara, it's holding above 12. I like that. See, this is getting interesting here where TLT is also selling with the market. So they're still linked up there. Huh, okay. What else we got? Saudi Arabia to cut output by 1 million. All right, what is Oxy doing? That chart looks awful. What is going on with Oxy? Oh, that's slightly less awful, but... What about CVX, Chevron? CVX, thank you. Oh, okay. They're up a little. Exxon. What's another one? What about natural gas? Not moving, really. UNG could be an interesting trade here. What's this look like on the date? Whoa, 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 whoa. Natural gas. What are you doing here, buddy? Going into the winter months and you're... Energy drink at 10 a.m. is crazy. Bro, I was drinking it at 6:45 this morning. Looks like Sailor bought ES. Why would Sailor buy ES? All right, we're going to look at UPST. We can look at that. This is interesting to me with natural gas being at, like, yearly lows going into the winter months. With forecast still expecting mild temperatures. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. So if the temperatures are expected to be a little bit higher this year than they were in previous years, less natural gas will be needed. So then natural gas prices can come down a little bit because the demand is going to be lower. That's a very brief, like, very simple way of putting it. It makes sense. But for this significant of a drop here, it probably doesn't make all that much sense. We can look at UPST, though. I haven't taken a look at that one. I mean, it's trying to shift trend here, but this one's a little bit iffy to me. That's not a clean setup. The cleanest setup that I've traded recently was PayPal, and if you guys were on the newsletter with us, I was talking about a firm for 2 weeks. Like 2 newsletters, we talked about a firm, and in the last one, we were looking at this right here, this candle. And what I said is I'm probably going to miss this trade because the setup didn't tighten enough for me, which is okay. But from when we started talking about this thing, so that's Thursday, that's Friday. So we talked about it here. It's still up 35% since we've talked about it, which sucks. I'm a bit upset that I wasn't able to take that one. But again, you can't hit them all, and I was able to buy PayPal on this day right here with this little inside bar and then nail it for 600%. So I don't even know why I have the ability to complain here. All right, ES bouncing a little bit here, still not giving me anything. I need to see it trade down into this zone down beneath us here in order for me to even consider taking a long or a short. Sorry. Glad to see me streaming again. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that, buddy. Wait, Chicago's forecasted to have a winter El Nino or one of those crazy winters. Well, that could be global. It could be global. I mean, this is United States natural gas, though. Huh. Let's just look at this. Natural gas futures rose early on Thursday ahead of fresh storage data, even as long-term forecasts see little cold weather to boost heating demand. Gas for January delivery was last seen up 3 cents to 2.83 per million British thermal units, BTU. The rise comes ahead of fresh storage data. Yep. What's likely to aid volatility today is the morning EIA weekly storage report, which has already happened, I think. Long-term forecasts from the National Weather Services see mild weather continuing for most markets. The agency see most states with seasonal or warmer temperatures over the next 6 to 14 days. Why are they basing, like... All right. Here's an interesting thing that I'd like to point out to everybody. How often do you see weather people being correct? Like, meteorologist has to be like one of the best jobs in the world because you can just like not be correct all of the time and just everybody's like, whatever. So like if they're like, where are they getting... Where are these guys getting their data from that could be different than what the overall meteorologists are getting it for? The weather man. Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? All right, let's see. Oh, Mara picked back up there a little bit. Little bounce there. ES coming back. I mean, I can't touch this, but who knows? I mean, maybe this trade plays out. Maybe it doesn't. Doesn't matter to me. I can't touch it. Oh, wait. I mean, you could. I could touch it if I wanted to. That's 2 points of risk there. Interesting. All right, let's see what we got. So trading is starting to become self-sustaining for me. You think going back to school would be a distraction at this point? Only be going back for sports? No. Go get a degree, dude. You never know. Even though you gotta, like, don't use me ever as an example of what you should and should not do. You always want to have a degree. I'm happy I have my degree. You should definitely get it. Because, like, especially with what I show you guys, you can easily... Plus, Logan, college is fun, dude. Like, it's a fun time. I don't know where you go, but, like, college is a fun time. Plus, you get a couple of extra years. I don't know. What are you, a junior, senior? I would assume senior. If you're a junior, though, you got, like, 3 semesters left to make money, hang out, have a good time, stack cash, and then once you're out, you can go have fun in the real world. But you don't want to start having fun in the real world until you're ready. Because then you could get yourself into some interesting situations that you don't want to be in. It also depends here. Well, so here's the other thing, Logan. Is my degree in finance? Yeah, it is. But it's useless, but it's not. Like, it's not gonna... For me, it didn't teach... Like, there were some, very few things that it did teach me. But not a lot. Screw college? No. No. Yes, obviously. It's not gonna give you what you think it is. It also depends, Logan, who's paying for it. If you've already done a couple years and it's your parents paying for it, they'd probably be very upset at you for wasting their money. If it's student loans, then you're going to have to pay for it still, which is kind of silly. Do I trade prop firms or not? Yeah, I have some prop firm accounts. Top Step and Apex are good. I think I have I've got a link for Apex right here if you guys want to check it out. So there is the link to Apex. I'm throwing it in the live chat here. I just kind of use them as like screw around accounts. Jenny, good morning. Yeah, so there's the link to Apex, guys, if you do want to get get a funded account and get one of their challenges to hopefully pass and then make some money with them, go for it. Go for it. I think so. With Apex, you can have up to like 20 accounts. So like you can have like, if you pass like 100, like 20, 150K accounts, you have a lot of capital to play with. Yeah, so there you guys go. If you want to check out Apex, there it is. College or a trade. I had my master's and really only took away critical thinking skills and research abilities. Yeah, I mean it's more of like a societal thing. Like unless Logan, you're like, I would not say that it would be a smart idea to do that. But again, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. Do they pay out? Oh yeah, they pay out. Yeah, dude, they pay out. We had a kid make like 120 grand in like a month. He ended up running it up to like 300 grand. But yeah, they pay out. So think about it like this, Harsh. They're regulated by like the CFTC and everything. Like with futures, they have to operate with a stricter standard than everybody else. Oh, does Apex have a 71% off thing right now? Do they? Oh, all right, guys. Apex has got a 71% off sale. So there you guys go. So that link is in the live chat there. It's also in the description. If you guys want new Apex accounts, go for it. Let's see. Is that my fingertips? It's in the 6 figures. It's not over $1 million. Cause I don't care. Like it's just for fun. I just play with them. I'll like test strategies, like I'll do stuff with it. You're welcome, guys. Yeah, Harsh T hooking you guys up with the 71% off. So the code, they're so bad with putting the codes out there. The code is probably all caps and then all caps save 71. Let me type it in the live chat for you guys. This is probably what the code is. Or you can use my code, which I don't know what it gets you. So if you want to use my code, it's this. I literally don't know what the point of my code is. But if you want to test that code and see if it worked, go for it. I don't know, like... You're on a sports scholarship, so more than half is paid for it. You think you're going back? Just want another opinion. I think it would just postpone where you're going to end up. Logan, I thought that too. And I'm very happy that I have mine. So, just saying. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. Even though you may not think so now. I was exactly in your same exact position. And I literally never went to class. How much is it to get an account started on Apex? I don't know. Let me do some math for you. Let's do some math. A 50K account with Trade on Apex is listed at 187. 187 times 0.29 is $54 for a 50K account. That's insane. Does it allow EAs? You can use copy traders. Oh, I don't think they allow EAs. I don't know. I'd have to look at that. Of course, you set yours up yesterday at 50%. Oh, yeah, Logan. Plus, I don't think you've been trading for like 3 or 4 or 5 years consistently. So, like, to me, I would say it's probably not a great idea. But you can do what you want. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be your dad and tell you what to and not to do. But everybody told me the same thing. I was able to accomplish both. And I'm very happy that I have my degree. It's fun. Logan, where do you go to school? If he says something like Arizona, Miami, I'm gonna question your thinking skills of not wanting to go back and have some fun. But if it's like a school with like 600 kids, I'm gonna be like, all right, I could kind of see where you're coming from, but still get it. Apex charges you monthly? Yeah. Yeah, Apex is monthly. But they're so cheap, man. Like, Just hit the profit target on your first Apex account. Congratulations, Rycac. There you go, buddy. There you go. Yeah, Apex is monthly. But it's not. But then the other thing is, too, is like if you're in the... Why am I happy you have my degree? Because it's... I can't fully explain it. But, like, there's a lot of things that I'm doing now that would have been a lot harder to do without it. It's not like a job. It's just like... You probably... Maybe one day I'll explain stuff to you guys, but probably not. I mean, I probably won't unless it makes sense to, but it's just nice to have. Yeah, but Harsh T, remember, like on all those Forex, you were in Italy? Oh, dude. Was it in... Dude. How many other times in your life are you going to be able to spend your 18 through 22, whatever, years in college in Italy? Did I get the retest on ES? No. Why would I do that? It hasn't done anything yet. It would be in here, bro. Wayne, the rules are for you, pal. Let's see. No doubt, live it up, kid. Plenty of time for everything else. Exactly. Playing basketball and going to college. Dude, you're living the life. If you told anybody, oh yeah, I go to school in Italy and I just get to play basketball and they're paying me half of my stuff to go. Plus, in Italy, I don't know how it works in Italy specifically, but I know in most of the countries in Europe, it might be different if you're international, but like most of it's like not expensive anyway, or it's free. For them, I don't think it would be for you, but come on, man. Come on. Let's be smart here with this. All right, I'll stay live for like a little bit longer today. We'll stay live for a little bit longer. But yeah, if you guys want those Apex accounts, and okay, so Harsh T, the thing that I was going to say about the difference between futures prop firms like Top Step, Apex versus like Forex brokers is one, the Forex brokers, way more expensive. You have to deal with weird brokers, slippage, wild fees. They can screw you over. The interfaces are terrible. It's like, all right, yeah, you pay monthly with them, but you're going to get a way better interface. You're not getting slipped all over the place. It's more regulated. You're not going to have issues. It's like, they make way more sense. And I don't know, it's possible that there's a lot of people in here that might be coming from like TikTok and Instagram. If you guys are trading Forex right now and you have the ability to trade futures, I literally don't know what you're doing trading Forex. I don't get it. Price action's way cleaner on futures. You don't have to deal with the slippage. The fees are lower. The brokers are way better. Guys, I told you guys this the other day. I did not realize why every single person in my comment section on TikTok and Instagram were like, what broker, what broker, what broker, what broker? And in my mind, I was like, why does it matter? Who cares about what broker it is? Why do they care? And the reason is because all the data feeds are different. So you're going to get slipped. You're going to have these weird gaps. The price isn't going to make sense depending on what broker you're on. So like when all the AMC people were like, it's not the real price. Yeah, the Forex dudes actually have to deal with that and the price isn't real. It's weird. Like it's so weird, dude. I don't know how everybody does that, but I don't know. I just got you. Yeah, it's just like it makes 10 times more sense to trade futures than it does Forex. I don't get it. Plus, most of the people in the Forex space, I mean, there are probably some really good ones that just like to trade Forex. Good for them. But like the vast majority of any creator in the Forex space is just scheming. If you guys type on YouTube right now, type on YouTube how to fake an MetaTrader 4 account. They have literal YouTube videos on how to do it. And the brokers will approach these people and say, oh yeah, we'll give you like a weird account and we'll just change the data on the back end for you to make it look like you're making boatloads of money with the broker. It's the most, like, that is why, like, the Forex industry is like such a bad name. The only reason I'm talking about Forex now is because like a lot of the people on TikTok and Instagram are like, what Forex pair is this? And I'm like, what? Stop. You could be having so much better results if you just traded futures. But it's all right. You can't. Some people don't have access to it, I don't think. Like, if you're in, like, Kenya, I don't think they can trade futures. I don't know, though. What time is inflation data coming out? It came out at 8:30 a.m. this morning. 8:30 a.m. this morning. But yeah, I didn't know Apex was having that 71% off sale. Run it up, guys. Go for it. If you guys want those accounts, go for it. I'll throw that link in the live chat one more time for you. Here you guys go. Go have fun. Go steal their money. I'm like thirsty right now. Yeah, I mean, you can have up to 20 accounts, which is nasty too. You can get more funding with these futures prop firms. Like, just seems a million times better to me. Where's Uvixi? Down 14 cents. It's because the ES isn't really down that much. It's 0.04%. The vol, bro, what is that? All right, let's see. Rome City Institute, Lynn Campus Uni is a school. You could just walk into the store and buy alcohol. Well, Logan, you could do that in the United States too. It's just you'd be committing a federal crime. So it's really risk to reward. FINRA fines Bank of America Securities $24 million for treasury spoofing. If Bank of America are the guys that are messing with my TLT options, I swear to God I will move 6 figures out of their, what do you call it, right now. I will move boatloads of money. Wait, I don't even think I have Bank of America accounts anymore. No, I don't. That's funny. Whoops. Let's see. I swear, if they're messing with TLT, I'm going to be pissed. All right. Mara's only down 11 cents today. That's interesting. Let's see here. All right. Guys, I don't know how we can talk more about prop firms, but like I don't know, like they must be making so much money. Like, think about Apex offering 90% off. Do you know how they get people? This is very simple. This is how their business model works. They get people with the trailing drawdown. I don't have a boat. Do I do account management? You mean like commit like financial crimes? No, dude. So here's Harsh T. Are you new? Hold on. This is nothing against you. I feel like I've seen your name before, but are you new here? I feel like I've seen your name because I can explain a lot of these things for you. Resets? No, it's resets and then the activation fee, but there's 2 things I want to talk about before we go. But Harsh T, this is nothing against you. People just don't know this. But if you're new, you're asking a lot of good questions today. But we can talk quickly about Apex. So it's like they make the money on the fees. You manage a family account, that's legal? Yeah, as long as they don't report you. Like, your mother is not going to be like, hey, SEC. Like, there are so many things, guys. Like people will ask me all the time. Not new, but I did bump into your TikTok, and I see it a lot. All right, man. Welcome. All right, so I get so many questions on like Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff, and it's like, do you do copy trading? Do you do this? Can you help me with this? And it's like, prop firm port is really the drawdown? Not really. Like, sort of. but not really. Like, you could view it that way, but you're still, it's really more so, it's just like they give you risk and you just can't blow that. So technically, yeah. But people will ask me, it's like, do you do alerts? Do you do this? Do you do that? It's like, here's the deal. That's illegal. And so that's what I say to people. I'm like, no, that's illegal. And they're like, well, all these other people do it. And I'm like, it doesn't mean that it's not illegal. Remember, I've done like I'm not listed, but like I've done consulting work on like SEC cases. If I needed to, I could just call one. I know the rules. Most people don't. So there's a certain gray area that you're allowed to operate in. And you cannot. Okay, and here's the other thing. If any of the regulators wanted to make a stink and like go after any of these people that are saying, I'm buying this here and doing this, they easily could. It's not, people will say like, oh, it's just this is what I'm doing. It doesn't matter, because if they really wanted to, they could. The SEC doesn't exist where you are. Well, whatever regulatory authority there is will crack down. And they will do it. So it's like, all right, do you care about making money from that? It's like, just go. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, if they wanted to, they could. So why would you do that? Mall cops? I mean, maybe, but why do it? Like, what's the point? You literally cannot do it. It's illegal. And people are like, I don't like you for that. Well, it's like, you want me to commit crimes for the potential benefit of you. It's like, no. No, I wouldn't do it anyway. Like, it's just too much work. Like, it's like, I don't need to do. I have so many things going on, guys. I can't just like the mornings I usually can. This is usually like my trading time. This is like social media trading time. And then after that, it's just pure work for the rest of the day. Mara's doing nothing here. We got nothing really today, guys. Just moved to Dubai. Bro, you realize, you know what happens if you commit crimes in Dubai that they don't like? Not good things. So, oh boy, what's this? Not good things. Dubai sounds fun though. I would go. I don't think I'll really be able to move there ever, but call your hands off? No. You called your mom. She said she won't report you to the SEC if she gets a Christmas vacation. Nice. You live there forever? I bet it's awesome. I bet Dubai's awesome. I know a few people that live there, or I know of a few people that live there, and they love it. It's like Miami, but not shitty. Or like bad, you know? No taxes. Yeah, but can't your country come after you for the taxes for like a couple years? I think there's some weird rules. Morning, bro. Nobody trading AMC off King Kong coming out today? No, the only thing that I would do on AMC is buy puts. That thing is a dumpster fire, like I've said for the last like year and a half. Gonna end up in the dungeon. Yeah, you don't want to end up in the dungeon over there, guys. That's not really what you want. Mara's peaking, man. I mean, this thing's only down 8 cents today. That's interesting. We'll throw this back on the 15-minute. It's not really peaking, but it's getting there. UVXY doing nothing. What else are we looking at? Oh, upward. My alerts didn't go off, so we have nothing here on this thing. You want to move out of the U.S. eventually? Well, I think a lot of people are. Just set up a business free zone. Puts you in. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of accountants and like tax attorneys that are like their whole business now is like helping people move from their country to countries like Dubai or like Puerto Rico or stuff like that. Which, good on them. They're probably making boatloads. All right, guys, 10:15. I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. Remember, we've only got 1 day left in the week. Make sure that you guys are on the newsletter, which is the link pinned to the top of the live chat. What's trading drawdown? Drawdown's just like the loss. So like if you have a $5,000 draw, trailing drawdown. That's the one thing I don't like about Apex is that like if you, let's say you make 1,000, you don't close the position. All right, we'll talk about this really quick before we go. Let's say you make 1,000 or you're up 1,000 on a position and you move your stop to break even and you have a $5,000 trailing drawdown. You go up 1,000 and it comes back down to break even. So you don't make any money, but you don't lose any money. Your trailing drawdown is now 4,000 versus 5,000. That's the thing where Apex gets you. Top Step doesn't have that. They do, but it's calculated at close. But again, you know the deal going in, so I trade Apex accounts differently than I would a Top Step account or my personal accounts. Like I just trade them all differently. But yeah, so if you guys wanna hop in with Apex, get the 71% off. I'll throw that link for you guys in here before we go. But yeah, the 50% off coupon code for the video course is coming out to you guys on Sunday. In order to get that, you got to download the free ebook in the newsletter, and then you guys are all set. And then we do the video newsletter on Sunday. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It was nice to see a lot of the familiar faces coming back in. Please don't do anything stupid today. Other than that,